What's going on, guys? 11/15/2025. I'm your boy Mark, Centron with Strategy Free. And today I'm just going to give you guys some simple tips on those who have no credit cards and those who know absolutely nothing about trade lines and want to have a brief overview about what a trade line could do for you and how a secure credit card can help you get on the path of having good credit. So first things first, right? What is, we want to figure out what a trade line is. Trade line could be, anything that gets reported to credit in form of credit card, right? Credit card debt, right? You borrow a certain amount, and then you pay it down, right? Another one could be a installment loan. Here's the thing. You can borrow against a credit card, you pay it down every month, and then you could rinse and repeat the same thing, you could borrow. With an installment loan, you can't always borrow against it. It's just a one-time fixed payment. Let's say you borrow $3,000. You make a fixed payment of $35 a month, right? And then you work that number and it gets smaller and smaller and smaller, right? So a trade line, basically, for those of you who don't know, you can use a credit card to pay it down. You can use an installment loan. But for this particular video, I'm going to use an actual app. It's called Kickoff. Kickoff offers you an installment loan, right? Let's say they give you a $3,000 installment loan a month. You're going to pay $35 for that. So what happens every month for $35, this is going to get reported to your credit bureau, right? So you're paying $35 a month. Your first month, $2,965, right? Boom, you made your first payment at $35. That's what's getting reported. Every month as you pay this, what's going to end up happening at the end of the year, all your $35 payments are going to be returned back to you, which you're going to be able to get that nice check, which I think is great, because then you can use that money for something else, like whatever it is that you want to use, right? Now remember, this is not like a credit card. This is an installment loan, so it's going to get reported, but you can't use it. And that's okay, because a lot of times when people get the credit cards, they want to use it and then pay it and then use it and pay it, and then it becomes just a messy, boring relationship. But remember, messy's good. Before it can get messy, it's got to get ugly. Or before it gets beautiful, it's got to get ugly, right? So we got to clean it up. Now, your credit itself is made up of 5 things. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Start here. Okay, so if we was to draw this out, all right, let's just say 1 is 35% payment history. So that payment history is very important. You want to make sure that you're making on-time payments all the time. That's my point. All right. Number 2, we're going to go with 15% is credit mix. What's your credit mix look like? Do you have installment loans? Do you have credit cards? Do you have, any mortgages, any cars, anything that's going to be reported to the bureaus? Okay? 10%, another 10% is going to be, so you got payment history, credit mix, right? Correct information. Remember, anytime that your information is wrong, you're losing points. Wrong address, wrong name, wrong date of birth, wrong school, wrong spelling on the address, you're always going to be losing some type of points, right? 30% is going to be outstanding debt. So outstanding debt will look like if you have no credit at all. You have no credit, you're paying $35 a month, you got a $3,000 trade line, you're going to be under that 30%. And if you're making your payments on time, you're going to be on the 35% payment history. Now with that being said, if you look at this in the whole, if this is all 100%, and this 10% here, you guys, this is new credit, right? Searching credit. What are we looking for? What is our goal, right? How does this person look desperate, or do they look like they're calculated, calibrated, and know what they're going for? This is what I'm trying to help you out with. Well, these two major things is 65%. If you could just do this, you're at 65% already. You're already at a D. Really simple, right? So with that being said, let's add one more thing. We're going to add a secure credit card. So a secure credit card that I would recommend, an Amex, right? Capital One, great one. Discover. Don't go for these cheap ones that get thrown at you off of, that you see like they recommend. The reason why I say not to is because you want to build these relationships, right? You want to build that relationship with Amex. You want to build that relationship with Capital One. You want to build that relationship with Discover. Not these First Progressive and these no-name banks that just take your money, charge you high interest rates, fees at the end of the year. You don't want that. If you can follow the steps I'm telling you, if you have no credit, or if you even have no credit or even bad credit and you want to rebuild, this is the key. So let's say you get a $500 credit limit. You're going to have to put that deposit. But in 1 year, that deposit gets returned to you. In 1 year after paying this, let's do 35, let's see, 35 times 12. Terrible. $384 is what you get returned to you at the end of the year. So in 1 year, you get your $384, your $500, okay? What's that? 4, 8, you get $884 that you can go and take yourself out on a nice date for being committed to yourself, okay? So with that being said, you do these type of things, you're gonna have, let's say out of that 500, you only use 100, right? Because remember, you don't want to use all of it. So 400 is your availability that you're getting reported to the account. Every month, this is going down, right? So 2,965 available. What are you telling the banks? Hey, you know what? I can handle a trade line or a loan. I can handle a trade line. These things right here, these are called data points. Okay? Once you hit this and this, on average, I see to 150 points increase in as little as 30 to 60 days. Now, while this isn't any guarantee, I will tell you what is guaranteed. If you have no credit and you have no idea about trade lines, if you plug and play these numbers, you're going to be under these percentages. And that is the way to establish, build credit, and get yourself into the ring. So if you're someone that's been looking, free strategy. You guys know that I'm always here dropping gems, whether that's construction, whether that's blue collar worker, whether that's credit. I'm trying to help everybody. It costs me nothing to give you guys this, and I think this is awesome. So it's 11/15/2025. Today we learned about trade lines, what a trade line is, what an installment loan is, and what is basically the whole pie of credit. So it's up to you to go out and get it. Thank you.